Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we have some breaking news, assuming I can pull this up. Boom, 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 boom. One moment. I'm getting it. Here we go. Breaking news from Politico. Ex-boyfriend filed restraining order against third Kavanaugh accuser. By the way, this has been bouncing around the last 3 or 4 hours, as has certain financial information and other information about her, but I've held back waiting for a news source to pick it up. Julie Swetnick, the woman who just accused Supreme Court nominee Brett Kavanaugh and a friend of attending house parties where women, including herself, were sexually assaulted, had a restraining order filed against her years later in Miami by her former boyfriend. A Miami-Dade County court docket shows a petition for injunction against Swetnick was filed March 1, 2001 by her former boyfriend Richard Vanessa, who told Politico Wednesday the two had dated for 4 years before they broke up. 13 days later, the case was dismissed, not long after an affidavit of non-ability to advance fees was filed. According to Vanessa, Swetnick threatened him after they broke up and even after he got married to his current wife and had a child. Quote, right after I broke up with her, she was threatening my family, threatening my wife, and threatening to harm to my baby at that time, Vanessa said in a telephone interview with Politico. I know a lot about her. She's not credible at all, he said. Not at all. The allegation is likely to raise questions among Republican defenders of Kavanaugh about Swetnick's credibility after her attorney, Michael Avenatti, revealed her for the first time on Wednesday. Reached late Wednesday, Avenatti said he knew nothing of a restraining order and called the line of inquiry irrelevant. Complete nonsense. No truth to this at all. Her ex-boyfriend fraudulently used her resume to apply for and obtain jobs and was caught by her, said Avenatti. Why are you all attacking a sexual assault victim? Would that be appropriate in a court of law? Shut up, you slip and fall fool. Citing the sensitive nature of the case and the explosive politics surrounding it, Vanessa said he wanted to talk to an attorney first before further discussing the case, which has kept him occupied all day. My phone has not stopped since this morning. Everyone is calling, Vanessa said. Vanessa, 63, is a registered Democrat. According to Miami-Dade County voting records, Swetnick was identified on Wednesday by Avenatti, who produced a sworn statement asserting that she met Kavanaugh in the 1980 and 81 time period and subsequently attended more than 10 house parties where she said Kavanaugh and a close friend of his, Mark Judd, attended. Swetnick does not accuse Kavanaugh himself of sexually assaulting her in the sworn statement, but she asserts he was present when she was the victim of gang rape by multiple boys at one party. Vanessa made clear he did not believe her story. Quote, I have a lot of facts, evidence, and that what she's saying is not true at all. I would rather speak to my attorney first before saying more. Now you know why they don't file these complaints with these local law enforcement departments. Avenatti said, called the reporting outrageous and accused the press. Shut up, you idiot. Let's see here. Well, that's it. Mark, you don't believe her? What did I say at the beginning of the program? Her story was insane. She went to up to 10 parties at this high school where every weekend they had gang rapes. And she was in college, and she went back to this high school. What? And she never told anybody about any of it. She never told law enforcement. She never told teachers. She never told the principal. She never told her parents. She never told her friends. Not just her. None of the victims. Not a single victim. There had to be scores and scores of eyewitnesses to such a thing. Scores of victims. Scores of perpetrators. Not a thing. And Avenatti's there. Unbelievable. All right. I don't believe this. I don't believe any of it. I really don't. And this is why she wasn't presented to testify. by the way. What do you think about that now, folks? What do you think about that now? And then NBC with its anonymous letter, anonymous accuser, anonymous witnesses, and that is a big story.